People need to start telling you the truth about the post office. Do they make decent money? Yes. But do you work 6 days a week? Yes. Do you have to work buku hours to get that good money? Yes.
You gotta have energy for this job. You gotta have energy for this job, bro. You're not gonna have really a social life because you're gonna be at work a lot.
This is how it's gonna be throughout the week because you're working 6 days a week. So you're never gonna know what time you're getting off.
In my previous United States Postal Service video, I looked at people quitting because they just had enough and they couldn't take that job. So I wanted to know, like, what actually goes on? Like, why? What about the United States Postal Service is making people quit? First thing we got to do, which might be the most important thing, is we got to see how much they get paid. Let's go.
How much do you make as a United States Postal Service worker? So USPS is one of the few companies where no matter what location you work in, if you're working the same job, you get paid the same amount. So USPS workers start out at $19.33 per hour for city carrier assistants. You stay a city carrier assistant and you max out at $19.83 per hour. After you finally become a regular at USPS, you then start at $23.05 per hour, which is the equivalent of about $46,000 per year. So after 13.3 years, you then max out at $37.70 per hour, which is about $75,000 per year. This doesn't include overtime. You also get some pretty great benefits working at USPS, like 26 PTO days, 13 sick days, paid holidays, as well as full Social Security, a pension, and you get a 5% TSP match, which is equivalent to a 401k.
They make you work for it. they make you work for it. Like they put their pot at the end of the rainbow. Like, hey, I know it's tough right now, but look at what's gonna happen when you get 15 years down the line. And you know, that's why some people can't wait those 15 years, dog. They needed to come quicker.
Listen to me. Wait, before you scroll. If you're thinking about being an RCA for USPS and you have a family, you have a child with any type of disability, you have a family member with a disability that you take care of, if you have anything going on with you, like you need days off, you need these times off, etc., USPS might not be the job for you. My 1 year experience at working at USPS has been stressful, overwhelming. I experienced bullying for one of my colleagues. I told my steward, I told management, nobody did anything. So I went to the president of the union, told him what was going on. And would you believe me, everybody at my office started acting funny to me. Then on top of that, I got hurt. My steward didn't want to help me. Union did not want to help me. I had to really fend for myself while on workers' comp, from management not wanting to pay me to HR trying to force me to go to work when my doctor has not cleared me to go back to work. And during the time where my doctor cleared me to go to work, they were doing backhanded things behind the scenes. Working at USPS is very stressful. If you're going in there, have thick skin, stay prayed up, and please know one thing. If you die out there or hurt yourself out there while on the route, it's all your fault.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that. It's kind of the same thing in every job, I believe. The concept of the part where she talk about, hey, you know, we need you at work. You know, I don't care what your doctor say. I'm sure it's like that. Now, the bullying and all that, that's different. But, you know, I mean, a 9-to-5 job, those people want you to work, man. Like most employers have just enough employees. They don't have extra employees laying around waiting. They have just enough. So they need you. They need everybody that they have hired to work. And yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Yesterday, I did 12 hours at the post office. 12. Super long day. Like, you gotta have energy for this job. That's you gotta have energy for this job, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. And I tell you this before, and I'm gonna tell you it again. You're not gonna have really a social life because you're gonna be at work a lot. So you gotta have energy. You gotta have physical strength. You gotta have mental strength. Cause it's more so It's a mental job. They're gonna try to use scare tactics. They're gonna try to get you up here mentally. They want to see you crash out. You feel me? But you gotta see through that. And when you get into this job, nobody's better than you, bro. Everybody's there to make money. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like, oh, I don't fit in. You was born to stand out. You was not born to fit in.
Great words right there. Great words right there.
Once again, why am I wearing the same exact shirt too? Like, once again, my name is not Jay. I work at the post office, and I swear for effing God, there is literally always some effing messery going on. Y'all, like, I get off of work at 4:30. I clock out at 4:30. Why? Today is Friday, so I'm supposed to be getting my check. I just started April 12th, and if you know light blue, there's a lot of stuff going on because people was getting their checks stolen, whatever. Y'all, I don't even know where to start. So 4:30 comes, 4:31 comes. How about that? 4:31 comes about. I go inside of the office, 206, because I work in Morgan. Yeah. I go inside the office. There's a supervisor in there, and then there's the lady that usually gives me my check. Like, I usually sign my name and she hands it over to me. It's her and another lady, but it's usually both of them sitting at the desk. Y'all, why the lady that has no hair, let's call her that. The lady that has no hair, she's sitting there, got her sweater on, she's on her phone, and the supervisor is sitting in front of me. So I say to the supervisor, I was like, you have the checks? She was like, I don't have the checks. I don't hand out no checks. And the lady that usually does it, I don't even think that she said the lady that usually does it isn't here. She said that the lady from Tour 3 is not here. So Tour 3 starts at 4:30 or 4 o'clock, one or the other. I believe it's 4 o'clock. So she's like, she's not here or whatever. So I'm like, okay, is anybody gonna come in? Because this is Friday, people get their checks, and if you're expecting for one person to always be available every Friday, nothing is ever gonna occur to where the point where nobody could get their checks because this one person is responsible for everybody's check. That is kind of... All right, yeah, so my father just called. But the supervisor tells me, yeah, she don't have the checks or whatever the case may be, that the next lady is supposed to be there, but she's not. So I'm like, okay, but is no one coming at all, or are they going to come at 6 o'clock? Mind you, y'all, I get off at 4:30. It is 6:03 right now. I'm literally 1 block away from my job. She doesn't give me no, like, straightforward answer. She doesn't tell me. So I decide to just sit on the benches and wait. Y'all, why, like, literally 10 minutes ago, I lie to you not, another woman from Tour 3 comes inside the office. She's like, oh, did you see so-and-so? I'm like, no, I don't know who nobody is that from, like, this tour. I'm from 8 to 4:30. So I told her, like, I've been waiting for my check since 4:30. She said, well, this lady was supposed to give you your check. I just saw her leave around 5 o'clock. Y'all, the same lady she's talking about is the lady with the no hair that was sitting in the office with the supervisor. Now, when I asked the supervisor knew what I was waiting for. That lady also knew what I was waiting for. My paycheck. Why? Y'all, please tell me why.
We saw this young lady in the first video too, so I had to get another one from her. But that's one thing you don't play with: people money. I mean, especially we work hard for it, and you know it's owed to us. You could play with a lot of stuff with me, like a lot of stuff I can just brush off and say okay or whatever. You're funny. Playing with my money is not one of those things. That's for real. We would have had a problem, a problem. All right, but first of all, get a direct deposit. Like, why are we waiting on checks? Get a bank account, get direct deposit. Everybody does that now. All right, we need to upgrade. No more checks. Like, come on.
Why they do that? Ooh, my back hurt, Jesus. Can't be bent over like that. Put this package in here, man. Y'all go get these dogs. Come on. Ooh, get all these packages. Find this apartment. Where they go? See, one, two. Bitch, I know you lying. They upstairs. I quit. Got my big ass going up and down these damn stairs with all these packages. They knew what the fuck they were doing. And it's hot. Get out here and turn this fan. I know you lying. Ugh. Now it's time to go. Now my truck done quit on me.
I was in the gym and I saw this video where they said if you're not going to go to college, then you should go and work for the post office. Listen, I have said it before and I'll say it again. People need to start telling you the truth about the post office. Do they make decent money? Yes. Could it be a good career job for your retirement? Yes. But do you work 6 days a week? Yes. Do you have to work buku hours to get that good money? Yes. Do you have to stay on as a RCA or CCA for some time? It could be up to 3 or 4 years before you get a concrete regular position. Yes. You literally have to wait till people die, retire, get hurt, or something like that in order to move up. And you have to work your ass off to get that position. By the time you get there, your knees are out.
Yeah, that's waiting for somebody to die to get a promotion. Can you just imagine coming to work? Damn, you woke up this morning again? Get on my nerves. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Oh, man. Let's keep going.
Check this out. Look at the back of this truck right here. Tell me what you see. Looks crazy, right? Well, let me explain something to you. I was talking to some friends about this the other day. I used to work for USPS. I was a carrier for almost 2 years. And I can honestly say it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. And I'm not really sure how it was prior to COVID, because I started working there in 2020. If you want to have a personal life, it's not a place you want to work. I mean, you literally have to sacrifice your personal life to do a job. And I feel like anytime you have to sacrifice your personal life to do a job, it's not worth it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're trying to find a company that you could someday retire from 20, 30 years from now, this could be a good fit for certain people, but not all people. And you can make a lot of money working for this company, but it's not always about the money. My thing is, if you decide to work for this company, there's some things you might want to research prior to starting. You know, when you're going through that application process, there's some things that you might want to know before you even start moving in that direction. And guess what? They're not going to tell you. They're not going to put it on the website. The people in the office are not going to tell you. They might give you little bits and pieces, but they're not going to give you all the details. But guess what? I'll tell you. I remember there were times where I would complete a full route. I'm out on the street all day for like 8 or 9 hours. I complete a full route. I get back to the office. They was like, oh, okay, well, here's another piece I need you to go finish. And they'll send you back on the street. So it was like you're doing a route and a half. Plus, there were times where I did a full route plus a piece of another route. I get back to the office. I'm thinking I'm getting ready to clock out and go home. They was like, oh, no. This other CCA is still out on the street and that person's struggling. That person needs help. So you need to go out there and help that person too. Now you're going to be out there till like 9, 10 o'clock at night. You see what I'm saying? You really don't know what, you know what I'm saying? This is how it's going to be throughout the week because you're working 6 days a week. So you're never going to know what time you're getting off.
Yeah, I used to do Amazon Flex, which is $10.99, and pick up your own shifts whenever you want to pick it up. And during that time, I looked into working as an actual mail carrier, either with USPS or UPS or somebody, and I saw that's what stopped me from pursuing that job. Like, when you're done, you might have to go out and help somebody else. No, I ain't do that. I won't. Hey, give me what to do, let me go do it, and then let me go home. I can't. Like, I just can't do that. Like, I knew right then that job was not for me. Not for me.
This is something you need to think about if you're considering being a delivery driver. If you really want to be a carrier, this is something you need to think about. Or you could always consider other positions too. You don't necessarily have to be a mail carrier. There's other positions too. You could be a processor. You could be a clerk. I mean, you can get a job working in human resources or at the plant. You know, you could be a sorter at the plant or something like that. You have tons of other options besides this one. That's the point I'm trying to make. So I'm not trying to discourage you. I just want you to know, what you're getting into, so you know what to expect when the time comes. You know what's going to happen because I'm telling you what's going to happen. And then, like I said, you can always do your Google searches. You can go on YouTube and watch videos. I'm not the only person saying this.
You know what we don't talk about enough? It's like being at work on your period. Like, this is day number 2 for me, and I feel like I'm dying. Hey, how do you guys cope? Because I was on birth control for a while, so I didn't have one. And then I got pregnant back to back, so I didn't have one. And now, like, I'm having it now. Came back, but it's like, what the hell? And I don't want to go back on birth control to stop my menstrual cycle. But it's like, I can't deal with this. I don't know. Like, I'm strapped up. I'm like well covered, but like the pain and like the bloatiness, that's the part that's bothering me right now. And y'all, if y'all know, day number 2 is like the worst. Between 2 and 3 is horrible. Like the heavy flow and everything. So how do you manage? Like, what do you do to manage with being on your cycle, you're at work? Like, and then on top of that, like, I wish there was like a magic button that you could just press to call in, like, hey, I'm on my period for the next 7 days. Leave me alone. I wish.
Hey, any ladies, in the comments, you want to help her out or help us fellas understand, what do y'all do? How do you cope with going to work when you're, when it's that time of the month? Let us know in the comments, because, maybe we could, help us understand you. You know what I mean? Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay, so I can't speak for all of the folks, but here are at least 5 things that I hate being in the middle. So clearly you see that this sign says, please wait here for next available clerk.
The address get on there.
Sir, for one, who told you to come to my window? It says, please wait. For 2, why are you putting your phone in my face? Why do y'all be licking an envelope like this? We have stuff for this. I don't want to pick this up after you licked all over it.
I want to mail this the cheapest way possible.
Okay. This is priority.
First class. Your first class said $3 on here.
Yeah, you can't use first class. It's a priority box.
But it said, why the first class come up?
First class is for a piece of mail, like a letter.
So
you can't use that.
It shouldn't come up then.
That's just the options that come up, sir, but priority is. Like, y'all really be killing me. I never gave you the first class option. I said ground, priority, and overnight. When did I ever offer you first class option? Then y'all be coming up here with these priority boxes and be like, $20. Yes. Why? Who told you to put it in the priority box? You should have asked questions before you put your stuff in the box. And lastly, y'all who come in here talking with y'all phone on speaker, why? Why do you think everybody want to hear your whole conversation? That shit is rude. And for 2, how do you think that you can conduct business on the phone? And then when I'm telling you to press no for nothing liquid, fragile, perishable, you steady saying yes. If you were not on the phone, then you'll be able to listen and follow the directions or even read the prompt yourself to select the right answer.
Yeah. pay attention. Like when I go into a store, I'm trying to get in, get out. All right, I want to, I want to help them out as much as possible. I want the transaction to go as quickly as possible, and that can't happen if I'm not paying attention, And paying attention also helps them out. Like there are some times where I'm using the what's that called? The keypad thing. The credit card keypad at the checkout, and I pushed the wrong button. That happens. But pay attention so you can get your stuff and get going. Why we in there all day? Don't nobody want to be in there all day? What is y'all doing, man? But we almost done. I'm glad you sticking around. Make sure you hit subscribe and the like button and all that. And let's keep going.
I ain't gonna need a lie. I got to rent for a minute because today done started rough for me. So this Amazon Sunday, as y'all know, some of y'all might know. This for my post office folks. Y'all know CCAs do the Amazon deliveries on Sundays, which no mail, straight packages for the folks who don't work for the post office. We show up to work. 3 people from our station ended up getting one route because it was like 200 some packages on there. For the OG post people and all that, I can do 200 packages by myself. Okay, that's y'all. I'm in Memphis. We ain't doing all that. On the average, we probably have 60, 70, 80, probably at the most packages on Sunday. So Sunday is like an easy day. You just delivering your packages. All right, cool. It is what it is. We had 200 some packages today, so they split between 3 people. We had like 70 some packages to do. So we done scanned all these packages, divided them, split them up between the 3 people and everything. We basically got them in our tugs finna go load our truck. Lady come over there, hey, who got, groups of 3? It was 2 groups, I think, that had groups of 3. So we raised our hand, they raised their hand. She like, okay, need one of y'all to go start. One of y'all from each group to go start on T7. That's basically another route. But the cans, like what the packages are in, that's what got the 200 some packages in there. So you telling me, I just did all this scanning. We just did all this scanning, dividing the packages. We finna load up and get on our truck. You telling me go get another can and basically start over while the group that I was there with, now they finna go load up and be gone to the street, and I done basically started over. So after that, she like, well, really, I need y'all to go to another station because they have double the work. So we got 1,600 packages. They got 2,600 packages. So now you telling me, don't do that. Don't do what you originally wanted me to do. You finna send me somewhere else that got twice the work, which once again, the work that I just did, my folks finna go hit the street. And you finna go send me somewhere else, and I'm finna have to start from the jump, basically get a route, which I'm finna have more work on. And I ain't gonna be started to damn near 2 hours later than what I would have been already on the street, halfway done with. Now I'm finna hit the street. It's 11:31 now. I probably ain't gonna hit the street to probably 12:31. Like, that just pissed me off so bad. Y'all, they be treating the CCAs like the bottom. Man, we the bottom of the barrel, but man, hey, you got some CCA like me that, hey, I be working. When I go to work, I work. So for you to come do it, you basically double working me. Well, that's how the game goes. And it's just like, man, look, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. You done basically got free work out of me. Now you send me somewhere else to work twice as hard type shit.
Yeah, you as manager, leader, whatever you are, like, all that should have been where you wanted people to go, what routes you wanted them to take. That should have been done, or that should have been figured out before they came in there. I understand things happen, like, I forgot about this. I get it, but for the most part, as a manager, that I see how that would frustrate him, because as a manager, you should have that stuff figured out before I start anything. You should have that figured out.
Remember, these are easy too because they're in alphabetical order.
What to
So
expect.
E3. And if you don't have mail for an apartment or a house, dry erase marker works well. You can write that address on that parcel marker or a post-it note. All right, and you flag it. And then I would take it, and depending on the route, I'm gonna stack it. And then I find my next one. This one's Lake Valley, which is the end of the route, bottom of the lake. 6649, 6459,
You just put your marker right there.
6459.
Packages billing.
So if they had mail, it would go in front, just like this, in front of the address. That is flagging. So when you see this, you know you have something for someone.
And you don't want to hide it away from the rest of your.
You don't want to put it in with the mail.
God forbid you put it in the mailbox and there.
Oops.
You don't want to put it behind the address, okay? Because when you pull your mail, you think it's for that address.
It's gonna be separated.
So you need to flag mail before it. It's like before.
I got you.
Okay. So you're basically finding it, flagging it, stack it. That's going to require 3849 because it's a blue do have to get insurance, and that's pet adoptions. That's 285. That's on the first half of the route, which is right there.
And that one you're going to need a signature with.
Right. So I would have a.
But
With
go
it.
ahead. Yeah.
So everything that needs to go on with that address, you want-
3849.
Bam.
I don't put those on there for just to be putting them on there.
Right.
There's a purpose to be using those, is
Okay.
to notify them that you have something.
Okay.
Anything that you can stack, or that you can case into your case, case it in. I tend to
Just to.
Move.
Okay.
move things. What you want is the address
Mhm.
and the tracking facing you. So you're gonna case it. And if it's for this house, then you case it in front of the mail, just like that. It's gotta be in there.
Yeah.
So this is for this address. This is for Granny. If you don't have these long top dividers like that, you slide it in. But I tell you, they're kind of a thing. They take things away from you. So if I can move that off of the time. We don't have those. I slide stuff. You can slide things on the top of it, but above it, something like this. That takes up a lot of room in your case. But you could still slide it in there, and then
Take it down.
you just gotta remember it's gonna. So those kinds of things I just don't tend to, unless I can fold it over.
I see what she's doing now.
I would say the way the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop her right there. But yeah, that that job ain't for everybody. And I know she was explaining it, showing them how to do it. So that's just slow down mode. I know they expect you to go faster than that. So yeah, if you look at that and say, man, I can't do that, you can't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that job. But I think I saved the best for last. So let's get into this next one. We're gonna wrap it up with this.
Now y'all tell me if I was wrong or not, because I'm still trying to figure out how. Okay, so I've been working at the post office for about a week and some change. Yesterday, and if you know, you know, it's peak season. 2 days ago, I did 10 hours with another person that I started with. We've only been there for a week. The person that's been trained on there for over a month wasn't doing nothing. We had almost 20,000 packages between the two of us and thought we were going to be able to get that done in 12 hours. Mind you, we're new and not trained on what we were doing. I asked to speak to the head manager yesterday. Now, mind you, I was trying to talk to her about what had happened the day before. Her first thing, she come over there, I need to talk to you. I'm a black girl, so I know when somebody's trying to check me versus they just talking regular. And this is a professional setting. Mind you, my manager was black. So I'm already like, so the first thing I say is, hey, how you doing? So she's like, you need to go back over there in row 2. I talked to a manager the day before and told her what was going on and told her that I wanted to go back to where I was trained at. And she said, I'm going to make sure of it that you don't go back over there, right? So she told me she needed to go back to row 2. And I'm like, I talked to the manager yesterday, and she said that I didn't have to go back. And she like, well, when a manager gives you a directive, that's what you go to. It's 2 different managers, get y'all not on the same page. Is it my fault or your fault? Halfway through the story that I'm telling her about the night before, she like, that's okay, I got a solution for you. I'm gonna teach you how to use a pallet jack. So screw what I was talking about mid-story. Teach me how to use a pallet jack. Now I'm looking around, I got ADHD. Y'all know we cannot sit still. And I also have a resting bitch face. She goes and says, what is all this attitude about? Why your body language is telling me that you don't want to be here? I'm looking around, mind y'all, I have ADHD, so I have a valid reason that I'm looking around, because if we in the middle of everything and everybody else is walking around, what do you expect me to do? So I told her I am paying attention. She like, okay, if you're paying attention, then show me how to put the pallet jack down. Put the pallet jack down just like that. She says, well, how do you know how to do that if you weren't paying attention? Mind you, I was, but this is how she's perceiving it because I looked around. So I said, it's not rocket science. You showed me how to put it up, so it's only one way for it to go down. Do y'all know she sent me to the doggone office for saying that? So she called the steward and the other manager, and they all sitting there. She didn't tell them what had happened or why I was even in there. She just like, you're not going to call me a rocket scientist. And I'm just sitting here like, I didn't call you a rocket scientist. I said it wasn't rocket science. It's only one way up. It's only one way to go down.
You not gonna call me a rocket scientist. She act like you called her a bitch. You not gonna call me a rocket scientist. It's crazy. That's a compliment, lady. You know how smart you gotta be a rocket scientist? You know how many years of school? Shoot. That's a compliment. You better take it and shut up. Let's go.
She took that as I was being disrespectful, talking about I need to respect my elders and all this and that. I'm just sitting here like, so after she get in and talking to me, she sent me back to the road, even though I wasn't supposed to be over there today. And once again, I'm not trained on it, but I taught myself in that 10 hours that we was over there. 5 minutes later, do y'all know? She come here, go get your stuff. What was the point of sending me over there if you was about to do whatever?
You know, after watching all that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who works for the United States Postal Service. Y'all put in long hours. A lot of times y'all stressed out. Your whole life is based around work in some instances, with some jobs, with some of the positions there. And you are important. And we need you. And, you know, I couldn't get my mail without you. All right? If you see something with my name on it and it's a bill, you know, keep it for yourself. You know, drop it somewhere. You know, I don't need that. But everything else, you know, if you could please deliver it to my mailbox or my door. Yeah. Thank you so much. I want to hear from USPS workers, man. If some of y'all want to talk about y'all experiences and what y'all go through, y'all can do that in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one.